right. So I think I've got this working. So welcome to the tour of the oh gosh, what would we name it? The yeah, the BB Billingsley. That's the Behemoth Blimp BB Billingsley. Uh, I think I love the name. So whoops, my mouse sometimes scramble jumps like that. Sorry. Anyway, colors and stuff I can probably shift quickly. So if people prefer different colored balloons or a different palette for the wood and stuff, I can. People familiar with Minecraft can make suggestions. Like I could go back to a much more default boat hull color, like the darker browns, and then the more yellowy deck. But for building, it was just a little bit more simple to do it like this for now. Um, anyway, the first question you might have is what's the front and the back because it's hard to tell from this angle because you don't really know what's going on. So, front of the boat is up here. So let's go take a look. Whee! So as you can tell, the tree grew around the front, and this was actually the first section I built. And then because it was first, it was the area I did the least detail. So our top deck here is beautiful, but I don't know what this deck would actually end up being used for. Um, Other than a great place to have a morning coffee. And then there's a couple rooms right here. Right now, this is open, so you can see the bridge, and this is our bridge area. Uh, kind of symmetrical on the other side, except for the branch comes out differently as it comes up. So our bridge area is enclosed by the branching out major canopy, and we have a sofa to sit on for the navigator and their assistant. And I think the bridge for an aerial vehicle uh, did a pretty good job of trying to get the most of the surrounding view. I don't know. I mean, it is Minecraft, so it's not perfect, but I feel like a pretty good job there. Whoops, not escape. Left shift to dismount, and so that's our bridge area. And then of course, the biggest part of the tree had the branches coming out, which created kind of like the lower part of the canopy that you see up top, and then the big one has the much larger top. I kind of want to redetail that section a little bit, but yeah. There was those rooms. They would probably be walled off more from the bridge if they became private quarters up there, and they are totally open for private quarters. So if anyone wants to claim a specific room, they can do so now. This would be the more normal sized room. I believe that the block size matches like Minecraft blocks translates over to the expected size of a smaller space. This would be a bigger one, and it's kind of odd shaped, but still could get decked out pretty well. Symmetrical on the other side, two more rooms over there. So yeah, if anyone has desires for a room, and then we are gonna put this on our server. So if you want to build out your own space, you can. So yeah, this front area probably, well, definitely is enough space for a roomie. It probably has enough for a vast section to be added to later. Right now, I have it blank, as well as the first two rooms in here. The way that the layout went when I was planning the layout, more stuff got built at the back, but we will just go front to back for the simplicity of showing this. That is not going to be there. That was copy and pasted over. The kitchen is at the back, and the dining room is at the back. The garden is definitely here. So this is both garden and courtyard. So, and I think I left enough space for both of them to be counted as vast and maybe even, they're definitely, the one can be vast and the other roomy, but I'm pretty sure they can both be vast, which gives you double features on them. So, we've got the courtyard with the extra chairs and the tables and stuff, and a little private section in the middle. Ooh, oh man. Oh, you're so pretty over there. Anyway, we got the little tents, pretty garden. So it's flowers on the outside for prettiness, and on the inside we get some wheat, some potatoes, back to some carrots, some beets. There's a pumpkin in here somewhere. It might not have grown though. Minecraft mechanics. Oh no! Look, there it is. Haha. Yeah. I got disoriented. Which way's the back? That way's the back. Cause yeah. Okay. So we're heading back, and then of course, along the side, just efficient use of space, we could expand the garden along the side, and so this is our actual kitchen. So food gets prepped in here. Big stove area, lots of ovens beside to do the cooking, and some copying and pasting seems to have taken a block out of there, but I will fix that later. So we had a gap. So it comes straight over into the parlor slash bar area. Some, yeah, weird stuff. That's okay. I haven't decked this out completely yet. Some like photo frames on the wall and stuff would be cool. But yeah, and then the dining hall, which I thought, like, considering the space, worked out really. Oh, mouse jump again. I thought it worked out really good. And so, just pack all the tables in. Everyone's got to eat here. And so that's that space. These three spaces made sense to go together, and so that's why they are. And so next back. Oh, some more pasting problems. I'm gonna fix that right now. My brain says to. Do 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 do. So this space is empty, but this space is designated for the Smithy Armory combination. The chimney right next to the kitchen, combined with the smithy section, so that the chimney can go up out the smokestack. It was the why the kitchen and the armory smithy combination wanted to go next to each other. And then there's something below deck, which I'll talk about, which is why this whole section is the stone build section, which obviously wouldn't happen, but it's fantasy. You can have a stone section of a ship if you want, because we're having fun here. This was cool. I was like, we need to have a crane to unload the things and load them up again. So we've got a crane on the tracks, so whichever edge we're loading from, it can slide towards the edge, pick the thing up, and then slide back and drop it down one of the I can't remember what these are called, but if I was a cool ship person, I would know. So there's these ones as well. I wanted to get them all lifted up because on an actual boat, they're always lifted a little bit so the water doesn't just slosh down them. And same with stairways, but I just didn't get that far. And at this point, it's not a boat anymore, and so we're not a little as worried about the water sloshing in. Yeah, so the cauldron. The cauldron is the big brass thing. I should have done an exterior fly around. Oh, I'm falling. Let's not fall. But the cauldron is this big thing on the back, and it's contained by the ship a lot, but you can really see it here, and it's holding all the root structure of the sentient tree, the treant, which holds this whole thing together. And it's so that's what I've started calling it, because it's round and fantasy and magic-y. So up here on the cauldron, I alluded to this in the session earlier, is the poop deck. And so all of our compostables are feeding our treant friend. And so we drop them down here, and obviously some compostables are poop. And so this is literally the poop deck. And it makes me happy. But you have to be able to monitor the soil so that you can keep your treant floating friend very happy. And I figured there'd be lots of mushrooms growing down there, so I just added some mushrooms and fungal growth of all kinds of varieties. So we have that. So you can monitor it as you drop down, and as you drop down some more. This is obviously our storehouse area. It's lots of storage, but you still have the monitoring happening here. Am I all the way down? No, I'm not. Okay, so this is mid-level. So I think that either on this level here or on the mid-level, the two little side rooms, this is really, oh yeah, this is just a bedroom. It's a great little bedroom with the multi-level stuff and the window at the back. I kind of like it a lot. I think it doesn't have to be one of our player characters, but it's there. So that means that the lab comes down, and so there's a laboratory option. I don't think we get it yet, but it's at 9th or 13th level. But I think that our person who's in charge of keeping the treant healthy is going to be like a lab technician doing study and research, so they can have storage and an actual testing facilities over on the edge here. Because I think that, you know, we could also say that some of this fungal growth is unique because of this situation, and they can be studying all kinds of stuff. And that maybe even that's one of the characters wants to be into that. But that I think is designated for lab areas in behind, and then obviously out here where the crane drops our storage down, you want most of your storage to be relatively close by and sorted. The underground stone section. So this is kind of cool. Oh, I think I'm gonna need to make a lever to go in. Lever. So I was thinking that our druid friend that helped us get this set up in the first place would have been using some kind of magical creature to generate some of that compost, and I was just like, oh, it would be really cool if there was the complication of that creature being like I think it's called a cockatrice, the explosive chicken. And so here we could build a contained by stone so that fire and explosions don't spread, but a cockatrice not breeding, but a cockatrice area so that we can collect the eggs, because they are particularly potent for our treant friend to be able to digest and live off of. We don't have to do that. It was just a random idea. I've had a lot of those. If there's another magical creature that we wanted to try to like do something like that with, suggestions welcome. Most of the rest of the bottom hasn't been built out much. Yeah, not much at all. It's all empty here. This is what the underneath of our little garden paradise looks like. I don't really know what to do with it yet. I do know that like the natural light, because it's glass underneath the water. I was thinking of like this being some of the menagerie or like living creatures area. But yeah, nothing up there is actually built. That's just copy and pasted over from the back. And so we do have the third deck below. Not much built out. Completely hollow. Open to suggestions. Oh yeah, the bottom need to be lighted for night views. Oh, night views. I'm gonna do that. So I hadn't actually seen the inside with these little lights added, but this floor would actually be. Ooh, you get to see. This is the Effortless Building mod that I use that helps build the stuff like this really quick. But it would actually be floored up to here, so you would actually see the skylights from the inside. But that keeps the ship illuminated at night because it's cool. I don't know if I did a fly around, but I feel like why not another fly around? And then I'll flip it to night mode, and I'll do a nighttime fly around because that's cool too. So that is our ship. If we want to do different colors for the balloons, I do think that I want to structure the balloons out a little bit more because they would need to be constructed kind of cool. So I might put like a brass ring around that keeps them stronger at some point. But yeah, if we want to do different colors, I don't know if we've decided like a color scheme for our religious symbols and stuff yet, but it would make a lot of sense if we did do a color scheme if the balloons ended up matching that. And so yeah, that's a fly around. You only need 1.5. It's almost symmetrical. The front isn't quite symmetrical, as you can see, because the branches came up in different ways, and then closing in the hall it was a little slightly different on each side. But I thought it was cool because the ship literally grew. Anyway, let's switch to night mode for a fun view. Time set. No, do it. Midnight. And there is the night view of our beautiful BB Billingsley. Yeah, the skylight. Oh, I must be on something. I'm not following. The size of this ship, when you try to find a valley to stick it in so that you're not having graphics overload, it's pretty remarkable. But yeah, here's our fly around with the little blue bubbles are like the skylights from below. And again, yeah, color scheme. If we wanted to flip it, I originally went with this color scheme because we were at Lions before, and it was kind of grassland savanna kind of description is what I remember from that, and we hadn't really gone that far on the map. Oh, there's that mouse jump again. Don't know why it keeps doing that. But yeah, so that's kind of why I took this color scheme, because this is the like savanna tree, which in Minecraft we definitely can switch up the color scheme. I'm not set on it. And I can do replace blocks pretty easily, so it wouldn't take me too much time to do that. But yeah, this is our beautiful flying ship. Haven't added the library, I got to detail out the armory unless somebody else wants to do the armory smithy area. Yeah, just let me know in the chat. Hopefully this was fun for you guys to get the tour. I had a lot of fun building this.